Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If your YouTube TV keeps glitching, keeps freezing, buffering, showing a black screen, or kicking out you in 2026, you're not alone. Over the past few months, thousands of users have reported issues across Roku, Fire TV, Samsung TV, for example, LG TVs, Android TV, and even mobile devices. So today, I'm going to give you the full fix guide and real reasons YouTube TV glitches and the step-by-step solutions that actually work in 2026. Let's jump right in. So, why YouTube TV glitches in the first place? Well, I'm going to give you 7 reasons. First, reason number 1. Outdated app version. So make sure YouTube TV has changed its streaming pipeline this year. Older apps build struggle, for example, with playback, causing buffering and sudden freezes. So that's the first reason. Reason number 2, device cache overload. So your smart TV store temporary files that eventually slow performance, especially Roku and Samsung TVs. So watch out for those and make sure you clear the cache. Reason number 3, ISP throttling or congestion. Now, what that means is simply that internet service providers sometimes prioritize or deprioritize streaming traffic, especially during sports events or prime time when there's heavy traffic. So, watch out for that. Reason number 4 is local channel server issues. So, if glitching only happens on, for example, say ABC, NBC, Fox, or CBS, well, that's a backend problem, not your TV. So make sure you understand why your YouTube TV glitches because of those local channel server issues. Reason number 5 is incorrect display or HDR settings. Now this causes black screen, audio but no video, or frame drops. So make sure you check all the display settings as well as the HDR settings so that you don't get any black screen, you don't get any audio outouts, or any frame drops. Reason number 6 is DNS or router routing issues. Fairly common because 2026 has seen massive routing changes across internet service providers. Many users fix glitches, for example, by simply refreshing their DNS path. So make sure you're not into the routing issues. So reset your router, for example, turn it off, turn it back on, or simply refresh the DNS settings. And reason number 7 is background apps and overheating. Now, if your TV or streaming box overheats, definitely YouTube TV will glitch first, and that's fairly common too. So make sure the box itself is not overheating and it's stored in a place where there's ample air, right, and ventilation. So those are the 7 reasons. Now, what are the quick fixes? Let me get into those right away. And I'm going to give you these fixes step by step. Now, primarily, the number of fixes, of course, are several, so I'm going to give you about 10 fixes, okay? And one of them will definitely work, and that's going to make your YouTube TV stop glitching. Well, let's jump right into the quick fixes, which is fix number 1 is force close the app. So on any device, for example, on Roku, you can go home and do it 5 times. You can go up, rewind, and fast forward. And then if you're on Android or Fire TV, go to settings, applications, YouTube TV, and force stop. And if you're on Samsung TV, simply hold the back or the return button for 5 seconds. Then restart the app, not the whole TV, and that's going to fix it. Fix number 2, clear the cache, like I mentioned earlier. And this is a major fix because this solves about 60% of glitching issues. So if you're on Roku TV, for example, go to Settings, System, Advanced, and Restart. If you're using, let's say, Samsung TV, then hold the power button for 10 seconds. If you're on Firestick, go to Settings, Apps, YouTube TV, and then clear the cache. And then if you're an Android TV, go to Settings, Apps, YouTube TV, and then clear the cache. And that's going to fix the app cache. Fix number 3 is update YouTube TV to the 2026 version. Well, simply go to the App Store and click on Update. It's easy as this. If no update exists, then uninstall and reinstall. And that's going to fix the YouTube glitching. Fix number 4, restart the router in the correct way. And how do you do this? You simply unplug the router, you wait for 30 seconds, and this is important. Wait for 30 seconds or even a minute. Do not hurry, and then plug it back in. This forces a fresh IP plus DNS route. So let's dive into some of the more deep fixes, which is fix number 5. Turn off the HDR or match frame rate. Now, YouTube TV's 2026 update struggles with certain HDR profiles. For example, you can turn off the HDR or turn on match content and match frame rate setting. Now, this is going to stop stuttering, and black screen issues are also going to stop. Fix number 6. Change the DNS to automatic or Google DNS settings. Now, YouTube routes better through Google DNS, and try that. And the Google DNS, by the way, IP address is 8.8.8.8. And the second one is 8.8.4.4. So this is going to solve the buffering and glitching on many internet service providers. So try that. Fix number 7, reduce the device load. And what you're going to do is simply close the unused apps, especially on Roku, Firestick 4K, or Samsung TVs, right? And that's going to overload the RAM, which simply means that this equals instant glitching. So if your RAM is overloaded, it is going to glitch. It's going to slow things down and starts glitching. So you want to reduce the device load. All right, let's go to fix number 8. Turn off the stats for nerds, right? So what that means is YouTube TV sometimes gets stuck in the diagnostic mode after updates. So to solve this, simply turn it off inside the player settings, and that's going to help. All right, fix number 9 is delete and reinstall the app. Sometimes reinstalling triggers a new streaming pipeline in 2026, and that's probably the safest option. So it's no big deal, just simply delete the app and then reinstall it. That's going to do a fresh install. And then we have the fix number 10, and that is if your Ethernet instead of Wi-Fi. So if you're physically using a cable Ethernet into your machine or into your box, then if you're in Wi-Fi, and you are going to see high buffer health drops, because Wi-Fi, of course, is wireless, right? So Ethernet is much faster, and the Wi-Fi is also going to give you low throughput. It's going to skip the frames. So plug in the Ethernet. It stabilizes the entire stream if that is available. All right, so let's go to device-specific fixes now. And I'm going to first start with the Roku TVs. And most glitches happen here. So if you're on Roku, for example, the 4 steps you're going to follow is restart, not power off, just restart, clear the cache. And the way you do it is click on home 5 times, up, rewind, and fast forward, okay? And then the 3rd step is set display to 1080p instead of auto. So specifically use 1080p. And then the 4th step is disable the setting where it says auto adjust display refresh rate. And that is going to help with the Roku TV. Now, if you're on a Samsung TV, 4 steps for that also. First, full power cycle, and the way you do it is hold power button for 10 seconds. Number 2, update the operating system for Samsung TV. 3, disconnect Bluetooth devices. And then 4 is turn off the energy saving mode. So if you follow these 4 steps, Samsung TV is going to work perfectly. All right, let's go to the Firestick. 4 steps, clear cache. Number 2 is turn off data monitoring, and then disable ADB debugging, and then use the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi network only, and that's for Firestick. And what if you're LG or WebOS TVs, right? And simply just turn off the True Motion setting, and the second is set streaming quality to high, and then update the WebOS firmware. All right, so let's move on. Moving forward, when it's not your fault, right? Sometimes everything is perfect on your side, and the issue is the YouTube's TV's backend. Now, these situations simply mean that it's not your fault, right? Now, glitching only on local channels. If that is happening, that means it's coming from YouTube, not from your side. If YouTube TV is freezing during NFL and NBA broadcasts, it is definitely from YouTube side. And if only one device in your household is affected, that too is because of YouTube. And social media report outages also, and you can check those out. Make sure you stay current with when YouTube TV has outages or server issues. So you can check it by navigating to Reddit, or right here on our YouTube channel, we post videos on when things start to shift. If it's a backend issue, all you can do, is wait. That's all you can do. All right, so if you found this video helpful, hit the like, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me which device you're using, whether you're using Roku, Firestick, Samsung, or something else. And I respond to every comment. And thanks for watching. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. My name is Syed. I'll see you guys next time.